right now, correct? Here's hoping. Okay, so if anyone is out there in the digital world watching me, the Plot Avenger, here in an undisclosed secret location within Blacksburg, Virginia, before I get launched and started and wound up, if there's anybody watching, could you, in the chat room, give me a confirmation that you can both hear me and see me here in the undisclosed Plaid Cave? How have I never thought of that before? Instead of the Bat Cave, the Plaid Cave. So get out there chatting. Let's do some. Let's see some chatter. And by the way, I'm old, so I don't particularly do this to get likes and get followers. And I don't ask people to chat because I need attention for my ego. I've got 2 feet in the grave. I'm just waiting for the body to descend into the grave. So when I say, hey, who's out there and what's going on, it's not an egotistical thing. It truly is. Hey, if there's no one here, I'll just go back to the bar. Oh, okay. I got some people already. Sorry. I went off on a tangent already and missed some first-time chatters. First into the chat room, and a first-time chatter from Audrey Stamper says, hello, I can hear and see you. Thank you, Audrey. First-time chatter from Edomi. Oh, I almost want to say Edamame. Edom12 is a first-time chatter. First-time chatter, Cupid Lizzie with a dancing bunny. First-time chatter, Jake Wrangler. Oh, that's a Western name, Jake. Please tell me you're a cowboy. Cupid Lizzie is up in the hizzle with more dancing bunnies. First-time chatter from 2 Tef, who says, woo. Not even with an explanation point. So I said that precisely as it was annotated, woo. Are we allowed to sub LOL to Tef? As I just suggested, I'm old, so you're going to have to explain what that means to me. Are we allowed to sub?
Yes.
Okay, Katie says yes. I don't even know what it means. And Cupid Lizzie is in Geog 1014. Thank you, Is Blue Subaru. Good screen name. Is Blue Subaru just threw up a heart on the screen. I saw that one too. Thank you, Blue Subaru. Cupid Lizzie is in Geog 1014 with a hilarious icon that says hello, but I cannot tell who the human face is. I'm going to assume it's Cupid Lizzie. Plaid Katie jumps in with an icon of Vladimir Putin. And Cupid Lizzie answers back, yo, or Y-O-O. What's Y-O-O? I don't speak the local tongue in America anymore. Yo-O-O, the sub. I assume with all caps that Y-O-O means something else. So now I need an explanation on the explanation, Cupid Lizzie. First time chatter from Is Blue Subaru has jumped in the house saying howdy after throwing up a heart. And Cupid Lizzie says, can I get a follow back from my gaming account?
So you click on their name in the chat and then...
Okay, click on Cupid Lizzie in the chat. Okay.
And you can say follow.
Follow. Oh, but I want to whisper. I want to whisper to Cupid Lizzie. Okay, I just followed you, Cupid Lizzie. Thank you. And Cupid Lizzie also has a blue Subaru. Okay, well, that means, I don't know if Cupid Lizzie, if you're in this class. No, you did say you're in this class, but you're also on Twitch. Boom, you are ready to go. You're ahead of the curve for this class. Is Blue Subaru says, loved reading the syllabus today. Boom, boom. All 55 pages? Good for you, Blue Subaru. I haven't even read the whole thing. I can't get through that. So there are some folks that are in this course. There are some folks that are now on Twitch. There are some folks that were already on Twitch. Welcome to all of you. And now, because we have some folks hanging out in the chat room, I can do this. Holy crap, let me interrupt that by saying thank you to Vetza7, who just subscribed with Prime. That's a big deal, although I don't know what it means. Thank you, Vetza7. I'm glad you subscribed. Andir1305 says, hi, King. Cool. You must be referencing someone else in this chat room because I ain't the king of nothing. But I can now officially do this. I'll get back on point. Vetsa7 subscribing threw me for a moment. But It's official. Welcome to World Regional Geography Fall 2023 semester here at Virginia Tech, home of the Fighting Hokies and one of the greatest institutions here in the United or disunited States of America. Some of you are incoming freshmen. You're in for 4 to 6 years of a very good time. Depending on how good of a time you have, that will dictate how many years you're here. This is the first official pre-semester launch of the course and our first official online office hour / sometimes happy hour for World Regions Geog 1014, aka World Regional Geography. So thank you all for tuning into this, because the semester actually does not even start until a week from today. I know I got some great students up in this hizzle already who are tuning in a week before the semester even starts. And because we've not launched the official semester nor covered any content at all for this course, there's not a whole lot I can start lecturing about for you right this moment in terms of the course content or World Regions or the world in general. And typically when we get together for these online office hours, and they typically are on Monday nights, I'll pick something in the news based upon questions that you, the students, have provided throughout the semester of, hey, what's going on in international news? And I want people to write in and say, hey, this crazy thing's going on in Argentina or Saudi Arabia. I just saw some crazy crap going down in China that I don't understand. You hit me up during the semester. Those things will get filtered into, especially if more than a few people ask the same question about the same content. I'll be like, okay, well, we'll launch every Monday night office hour with talking about a particular current event. And then we just kind of free will from there. So because we've not done anything, I don't really have anything to talk about yet. I'm here to greet you all, thank you all for tuning in, and answer any questions you have about the course itself, or Virginia Tech, or the wider world, whatever you all would like to chat about. But again, first and foremost, for you incoming freshmen, welcome to Virginia Tech, and welcome to World Regional Geography. So let me catch up with all the dancing icons I see in the chat room from Cupid Lizzie, who's quite busy with dancing rabbits, dancing Tyrannosaurus Rex, and dollar signs. Michael 5000 is back in the hizzle. Welcome back, Michael. Frequent flyer here on Plaid Avenger Twitch channel, who says, I may not be in your class anymore, but good Lord, I love you. Thank you, Michael 5000. I love you 5,000 times back. Vetsa7 says, back from last semester, World Regions. Bam! I thought I recognized that Vetsa7 screen name. Welcome back, Vetsa. Hopefully all of you all are already moved back into town, or are you moving back this week? Who's already back in town now? Who's getting ready to come back into the burg? Or who's waiting till the last second and coming next weekend, or the upcoming weekend, just before classes begin? Edom12 says, do we always have to join this live chat, or is this just for today? Edom, you don't ever have to do anything in this course. This office hour is, as with every single other assignment in this class, optional. I know it sounds crazy. It's crazy. If you've not read through the syllabus or watched the introduction video that I've done for fall 2023 that explains how the course works, you should do both, by the way, tonight while you're bored. Then once you read the syllabus and or watch that video with me explaining how the course works, there is a series of assignments for this course. Tons and tons and tons of quizzes. Quizzes on lectures that I will give, pre-recorded, that you can watch whenever you want to. Lectures on international films that we do once a week. Quizzes on readings, the book assignments that you have. Uh-oh, I just got a heart. Chloe Henry is now following. Thank you, Chloe. Or Chloe, whichever the case may be. So there are a variety of assignments and quizzes for different things we have going on in this course, including crazy things like Where's Waldo, aka Find Professor Boyer on campus. So all of the things that happen in this course are worth points. All of them simultaneously are optional. You don't have to do any single thing. You don't have to be tuning into this office hour right now. I'm sorry, who asked this question? Edome 12. You don't even have to tune into the office hours if you don't want. Oh my God, I just got a star. I missed the star thing. What was the star thing? Callisto Malfoy back in the house, but I saw a star pop up. Okay. So back to Edome's question. You don't have to tune into this office hour. You don't have to do any particular single thing in this class, but you got to do something. So when we do the office hours, especially like this one, this is a meet and greet for the class. Sometimes I will sporadically make these office hours worth points, but you don't have to tune in. You just don't get those points. And, there'll be a book reading quiz in 2 weeks. You should do it, but you don't have to, but you'll lose those points. And there's a couple lecture quizzes next week. You don't have to do them, but they're worth points. At some point, though, you have to do something because what this class is constructed on is the more you work, the more points you earn. The more points you earn, the higher grade you get. And it's all, again, outlined in the syllabus. Let's say you need 1,450 points for an A. I'm probably going to provide something like 2,000 or 2,500 points of opportunities to do things, which means you don't have to do every single thing, and certainly you don't have to do office hours if you don't want to. But it's a point opportunity. You got to do something, but you don't have to do everything, and you don't have to do any specific thing. There's not a midterm or a final. There's not a required paper. This is a series of small assignments, all worth pennies that add up to dollars, that add up to dollar, million-dollar bills, get you an A in World Regents. That's how it works. Having said that, why don't we go ahead and break a new record, Katie? Let's break a record. I've never given extra credit points before the semester even began. Which begs, of course, the question, why not? So anyone who's in World Regional Geography 1014, right this second, and in this chat room, right this second, email me at joboyer@vt.edu. That stands for Virginia Tech.education, by the way. I'm just so hip and savvy, I know these things. So Katie will put in the email in the chat room. Email me right now and say, Boyer, you said you'd give me 10 points before the semester even begins. Boom, dropped it. I dropped it. Record just broken. We're going to have more people with more points before the semester even begins. That's right. I want people walking into this class who join like 2 weeks from now going, how does everybody already have 500 points? I'm failing. So does that make sense? Going to get a shout back from Edome 12. Does that make sense? You do not have to join this chat. You do not have to join this office hours. You do not have to do any particular thing, but you got to do something. You got to work pretty hard. But as former students, some of this in this very chat room, like Michael 5000, will tell you. In fact, all of you former students in here, give up some comments in the chat room to folks. Tell them about how to do well in this course. I mean, I'm running the course, so I say do everything and do it well. But you are the ones who actually have done this course. Give some words of advice to the new students who are jumping into this chat room for the first time on how to do well. My instinct is to tell everybody, work early, work often. Try to finish this course in the first 2 months of this semester because it can be done. But you got to do everything and you got to ace everything. And you can actually be done before Thanksgiving. Actually, well before Thanksgiving. A little bit before Thanksgiving. Okay. Let me get back to the chat stream because that's what I'm here for tonight, friends. Cupid Lizzie says, will I get notifications for flash quizzes and films on Canvas? Yes. Not on Canvas, Cupid Lizzie. Once you read the whole syllabus, you'll see that we use an outside course management platform called Moodle. Sounds like noodle, which is what you eat, but it's with an M, Moodle. Plaid Avenger, is it Moodle? Moodle.plattavenger.com? Moodle.PoliteAdventure.com. Again, this is in the syllabus. It's in the textbook. When you get your textbook via either an ebook or a paper book, we'll give you instructions on how to get to that said course platform called Moodle. Everything runs through there. So we'll only use Canvas for the first couple of weeks till we get everybody up to speed and everybody's got their book and everybody's doing assignments. And then every single Friday night / Saturday morning, depending on how much I'm partying at the time, I will send out a weekly. I got a Wolfpack 3407 with a heart who's following. Thank you, Wolfpack. Whoop, whoop. You will get an email every late Friday night or early Saturday morning saying, here are the things due this week. It's fairly well outlined. Again, can I get a shout out from former students that tell me if that was a good thing for you all? Was it a bad thing? I got another star from XOY. I missed it. Things jump.
It's in the chat.
Everything happens so fast. I'm old. So you will get a weekly email that says, here are the things that are due this week. And here are the exact times and days they're due. And here are the point values for all these things as well. So it's fairly well outlined. There are no surprises, Cupid Lizzie. Having said that, you can work ahead on particular assignments, namely the book reading quiz. You can go buy your book tonight, and you can, if you want to do a bender and stay up for the next 48 hours and read the whole book, you can take every single quiz right this second. You could wipe out all the book reading quizzes right this second. So I encourage people, work ahead, but don't get behind. Work ahead, but don't get behind. So one of the ways people fail this class is putting things off. They're like, well, things aren't due till Friday. I'll do it to Wednesday. I forgot. I'll do it Thursday. Crap, it's Friday. Okay, damn it, it's 2 o'clock on Friday. Let me go start reading the book or doing these assignments. And that's how you don't score well, because you're pushing it, you're rushing it. The assignments for the week, all the assignments for each week will be open on Friday night or Saturday morning, depending on the assignment. And they're mostly due on the following Friday, except for international films. So there's film assignments, which you're going to love, by the way. Anybody who's tuning in to this chat room a week before classes begin is already a great student. You're going to love the international films. And so the films start on Saturday, early Saturday afternoon, and then they only run till Tuesday. So I actually force you, pretty much, I'm encouraging you to watch the international films during the weekend, or Monday, or even Tuesday morning if you really want to push it. But you need to watch. I intentionally separate out the film quizzes from the rest of the assignments because film takes time, and you should take the time to do the preparation to watch the film and actually watch the film and learn something, and then go take the quiz before it's due on Tuesday at 1 p.m. Everything else will be lectures and reading quizzes and flash quizzes. All that other stuff will be due on Friday at 5 p.m. But I intentionally force you to do the movies earlier on in the week, and only the good students do them, by the way, which is you all. Because the slacker students wait till the last minute, and if they wait till the last minute and try to do it on Friday afternoon when everything else is due, trust me, I've been doing this 25 years. It just doesn't work. 25 years. It's been 25 years I've been teaching this class. Loving it. And I think this is my breakout semester. I think I'm going to find the fountain of youth this semester here on Twitch and rejuvenate myself and create all kinds of crazy new content based on input from you all. So sorry for the long answer, Cupid Lizzie, but yes, you will get notifications for flash quizzes and films, but not on Canvas in Moodle. You'll get them on Canvas for the first couple weeks till everybody gets on Moodle. Let's see. Michael 5000 moves back on the 7th. Oh, moved back on the 7th. Already been here a week. All right, Michael 5000, welcome back. Come on down to Wine Lab. Cupid Lizzie says, where are the flash quizzes and films and Twitch talks posted on Moodle? Again, we post things as they are due week to week to week. So you will see the structure start to be filled out as we officially launch the course today. And the entire semester's activities are not listed yet. They'll sporadically get filled out. I don't want people to see too far ahead because I want people in the course to actually pick the topics that we're going to talk about. So that's another thing we'll chat about perhaps tonight or next Monday in the next office hours is this is a semester that I really want you all, the people in the course, to choose the content. We'll start the first a month or so with content that's already created. I got it there. But then we want to do a survey and say, hey, what part of the world do you all want to talk about or want to learn about? And what other international topics would you like to learn about? And based on folks participating in that survey, whatever topic gets the most votes, I am going to work very diligently to get that done and get new content out, which I say every semester, but I'm like, I'm feeling it. Are you feeling it this semester, Katie? I'm feeling it. I'm feeling this semester. I'm feeling the love already this semester here on Twitch. First time chatter from Odango. I'm sorry, Odango. All I can think of is first time chatter Odango Unchained, who's moving back on the 18th. All right, that's Friday. We'll see you on Friday, Odango Unchained. Vetsa graduated, so won't be back for a while. Come on, Vetsa 7. Let's get you in here for football games or something like that. Blue Subaru's back in the Hizzle saying, I've been stuck here for 18 years, unfortunately. So Blue Subaru grew up in Blacksburg and is now going to college in Blacksburg. Come on, Blue Subaru. It's a good place to live. You're not stuck. Callisto Malfoy back in the Hizzle, subscribed at tier 1. For you first-time students in World Regions, Callisto Malfoy is one of my favorite screen names because I always follow it up by saying, give it back, Malfoy. Welcome back, Callisto Malfoy. Love that you're here. And Callisto Malfoy then also shows a Putin symbol, as does Vetsa. Dome says, are you send email when there's an office hour? Yes. So again, typically we do office hours the same bat time, same bat channel, usually Monday nights at 8. Although we can put that in the survey and see if people want to change to a different night. But in 10 years of us doing online office hours, and yes, we were doing them long before COVID. In 10 years of asking folks, Monday always ends up the winner because there's hardly any night classes on Monday nights. So almost everybody's free on Monday nights. Sometimes we've done them on Sundays, but usually you're still partying or recovering from partying on Sunday night. But I'm open for Monday nights or Sunday nights as well. But Sunday, Mondays usually because then you're just too busy during the regular week doing all your class stuff, doing all your knowledge education stuff. You don't got time to hang out with me online. No one really has time to hang out with an old dude online, but here I am, and here you are. So now I see a rapid fire back and forth of of things I don't understand, of icons between Odango and Cupid Lizzie. Let's see. Cupid Lizzie says, where to find the film list on Moodle? Link didn't work. Huh. Did you see that, Katie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't see that email. I need to figure out what's
Oh, okay. Well, by the way, Cupid Lizzie, actually, thanks for asking that. I want to mix up the films a little bit, too. So I have a core of 8 or 9 films I know I'm using because they're so good. Students love them year after year, but I really got to work in some new ones. So if any of you all are particularly into film, cinephiles, and international film, by the way. No, I don't need to know anything about the damn Marvel Universe. I'm all caught up in the Marvel Universe. But if you all have recommendations for particular international films of note, and by international, not America, they can even be produced by American companies and have American stars in them. But if they're set in another part of planet Earth, particularly if they're historic in any way, then yes, they are par for the course. If you have any recommendations for international films that you've popped into, by all means, please email me those recommendations, and that's at the JOBOYER at thevt.edu. I would like to work in some more, and sorry to go off on this tangent too long, Cupid Lizzie, but I can put up a list, but it's subject to change. My God, I got this deadly fruit fly after me right now. You see this?
Yeah.
He just showed up. Oh, bye, and good night. That was one hit. Just call me the Karate Kid. Mr. Miyagi, I got him with my chopsticks. I have now laid out several cultural references which you are much too young to get. Did you get any of those? You should get Give It Back, Malfoy. I mean, no one's too young to not know that one, right? Give It Back, Malfoy. What's that from? But do you know who Mr. Miyagi is? Okay, so Cupid Lizzie, the film, I can post the film list, but it is subject to change. I would like to work in some new things, and I feel like you're just the group of people that will help me do that. Let's see. Blue Subaru sent their email. That's the one I missed with a yellow star. XYXYLL. Zyxel. I have no idea what it is. Zyxel subscribed at tier 1. Thank you, Zyxel. And I'm sure that's not the way you pronounce that, but I just go on instinct when I see lots of words or lots of crazy letters put together. Zyxel suggests put the work in for the course, but pay attention to for your own benefit. You'll carry what you learn for many more years. How wise of you, Zyxel. Thank you. That's a great compliment to me. Jake Wrangler just wrestled a cow to the ground and sent the email. Go Hokies. Boom. First time chatter from MDog01 says thanks for the 10 points. Thank you for your first time chatting, dog. Cupid Lisa says, are the pop-up quizzes and film quizzes posted in the week schedules? Film quizzes will be posted, but the pop-up quizzes are kind of like flash quizzes or pop quizzes, which we used to have in school back in the day. They happen sporadically. So the pop quizzes I haven't invented yet, so I can't put them on a schedule. We just kind of general category call it a pop quiz or a flash quiz. Oftentimes, I will just do what I just did here in office hours and be like, hey, everybody who's in here, just email me and I'll give you some points. Or if I've talked about a specific topic for long enough, I'll create a very small quiz out of that. So it's subject to what's happening at the time. I can't post them yet because I haven't made them yet. Okay. So Edom 12 says, if we don't have the textbook yet, we are not able to access the Moodle. That is correct, Edom. So hurry up and get your textbook so I can give you 10 damn points. You can get that textbook. If you, again, have not read the syllabus, it's in there. It also should be posted on the Canvas welcome page. But Katie can put the link down to the ebook right now in this chat room, if you can find it.
Yeah.
And you can get the ebook right this second if you want and get started on the course. If you want a paper copy, it'll take a little longer because I think they're still just now getting printed, but they should be perhaps on their way to the, because it's a brand new edition, and so they should be on their way to bookstores across this great nation. I don't know if they're there yet, though. First time chatter from Rocky, 567789. What email are people sending? It's lagging for me.
I sent it.
Okay. But thanks for your first time chat, Rocky. Cupid Lizzie says, is the email sent out Friday night? I try to do it Friday night. So there's nonstop work in this class. For instance, in week 1, which we'll go ahead and activate as soon as we finish this up. In week, yeah, but we don't have the syllabus quiz active because we're waiting for the TAs to answer for their office hours. So there's actually a quiz on the syllabus itself you can earn points to, but that one's not active yet, but it will be soon. We're just waiting on some more information from our teaching assistants. So because we're opening the class early, there won't be a specific email sent yet, but when classes officially start on Monday, technically I can send an email then. They've actually told me, you can't do what you're doing. You can't start class early. And I'm like, well, too late. We're going to do it. Actually, it's better. It's better. Don't worry about it. I don't care. We're going to start class early. For people that want to work, let them go to work. So officially, I can't say anything yet. But Monday, I'll send out an email saying, welcome to class. Here are the 3 things that are due by Friday at 5 p.m. And there actually are 3 things due by Friday, 5 p.m. We should go ahead and activate the first film quiz, too, for these good people. Maybe we should do an additional film right this second for people who want to do it early. We've never had a film quiz in the first week of class because, again, people are running around, you're busy, and you haven't really done anything in the class yet. But I wouldn't mind doing Emerald Forest. I love that film.
We have that.
Yeah, no, we recorded it. Yeah, we pirated it. If you all are amenable and want to watch a crazy unknown film, it'll be unknown to you all, set in the Brazilian rainforest, and this film was made like 35 years ago. I love this film. There's naked people in it, by the way. Sorry. There's naked humans in it because it's about indigenous folks in this area of the Amazon where they're building a dam. It's a crazy psychedelic trip. There's all sorts of psychedelic drug use. Yeah, it's a crazy one. I'm sure I'll get fired for using it in class eventually, but I'll put that up early if enough of you all right now say you want to watch that before the semester even begins. I love that film. So how'd I get off on this? Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Cupid Lizzie is asking so many good questions, and then I get distracted. So on Monday,
Tubi now.
what's that?
They actually put it on Tubi.
Oh, God, I'm going to watch that tonight.
I know. I was like,
Oh, Tubi has commercials.
yes,
Email will go out a week from today saying, here are the things due on Friday of next week. On Friday, when everything's due at 5 p.m., literally at 5:01, the next week stuff becomes active. So all the assignments for week 1 go dead. At 5 p.m. at 5:01, week 2's assignments go up. So there's always work to be done in this course. And I do try to send out the email on Friday night. But Cupid Lizzie, who the hell is reading emails on Friday night, much less doing work? So I tend to, myself included, by the way, so I tend to wait until Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon to send out the email about what's due. However, Cupid Lizzie, for awesome students like yourself, it's all on this Moodle site. So when you get into Moodle and log in and start doing work, you'll see all the weeks of the semester lined up, and many of them, at least half of the entire semester, is posted right now. Like, here's week 1's work, here's week 2's work, here's week 3's work. It's not a mystery, all right? Again, it's the only mystery is flash quizzes because I haven't made them yet, but everything else is like, no. Here's what you're doing. You don't have to wait on pins and needles. You will be very well informed of what's going on. It will always be all posted on the Moodle site. And then the emails I send out either on Friday night or Saturday morning or afternoon are reminders, refreshers. Here's what's going on. Let's get this going on. Okay. Let's see. Is Blue Subaru says, at my job at VT, I was talking to my supervisor who had you when he was a student. And he was telling me about how much he loved the films and was telling me it's a must. Well, thank you, Blue Subaru. So, Blue Subaru, I assumed that you were a younger person who just grew up in Blacksburg and is still here, but now you're saying you work at Virginia Tech. And you talk to your supervisor. By the way, here's a quote. You're not my supervisor. What show's that from? It's a show, not a movie. So I'm assuming maybe you are older and you're an employee, or at least you're working at Tech and getting a degree. Either way, I'm fascinated, Blue Subaru. Let's see. I see some emojis from Cupid Lizzie. Rocky says, what are we sending? I think that was a call out for extra credit. For those,
I'll let them know.
Okay, well, for those of you that might have just joined this chat room, if you're currently in World Regional Geography, a.k.a. World Regions, email me right now. You just earned 10 points. So again, if you already emailed me, you're not getting another 10. But if you just joined since I made that announcement, if you're in class right now, email me at joboyer@vt.edu, and you'll just get 10 points. And all you got to do is say, dude, I was in the chat room, duder, and you get 10 points. Okay, I'm skipping over Plaid Katie stuff because...
Do you want me to get the Emerald Forest live?
Yeah, sure. Well, how many people said they want to do it?
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Let's see. Cupid Lizzie asked me if I'm a Sagittarius. I don't know. Is that a pasta dish? Blue Super says, all things considered, Southwest Virginia is pretty nice. It is. A lot of nice driving roads and places to go backpacking and camping. And of course, I'm going to take both my parents with here. Blam! We got a legacy, Blue Subaru's legacy hokey. Vikram Tiwari, thank you. Oh my God, I was hoping I was going to see Vikram Tiwari pop back in here. Let me introduce the whole class and anybody in the chat room to Vikram Tiwari. Vikram, when did you take the course? 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, my friend. Where are you living at now? Are you still in India? What part of India are you in, my friend? I've known this guy forever. He's a wonderful human being. Welcome back, Vikram Tiwari, and thanks for continuing to support Plaid Avenger Enterprises. Cupid Lacey says, so flash quizzes and film quizzes are included in the weekly email. Mostly, yes. Sometimes flash quizzes, if I just literally invent them on the fly, I will send out a separate email about those and be like, hey, flash quiz, it's on, and you got till Friday to crank this out, or tomorrow, depending on when I post it up. So you, again, Cupid Lizzie, you'll be well informed. Let's see. Cupid Lizzie, Katie, please come back. Oh, Odango says, nice catch. Okay. And Cupid Lizzie says you made around $10 this stream so far. I don't know where the money goes. Money just kind of, I don't know that I've ever gotten any money from this. We just do this for fun, but it is kind of a crazy platform. I love the Twitch platform, by the way. This is the most fun interactive platform I think it's out there. Katie found this for me, like 5 years ago now? Maybe not even that. Maybe just 3.
We've gone through so many different versions of. We just wanted to.
Yeah, it's a good platform. I heard it's only for watching video games, but I mean, I have fun doing this. So, Cupid Lizzie, where do you get all these awesome icons of Cheez-Its and Cheetos and cheese balls? Cupid Lizzie also asks, did I write the book? I don't know. This dude named the Plaid Avenger wrote the book last time I checked. I don't know what the hell that guy's all about. Vikram says, where can I get the textbook from if we aren't a student? Actually, Vikram, Katie posted that right above your comment, the link to the latest 12th edition of the book. Cupid Lizzie asks, is there a Moodle app? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you already answer that one? I can't even keep up with the regular interweb, so God bless you all who want to do this course on an app, although I think people have done that in the past. And people say that they actually are on the bus coming to campus taking quizzes for the course. I'm like, that's awesome. I know we're all against technology anymore. I mean, I personally, I'm old. I'm a Luddite. But the uses of technology for education are phenomenal. Just no one's using the technology for education. Everybody's using it for porn and selling crappy products and watching crappy shows. But I still think that the greatest uses of modern technology, including apps and the interwebs, is yet to be unleashed for education. Eventually, we're getting there. I'm trying to do my part in doing at least some fun stuff that would inspire other educators to do things like this. But we're just on the cusp. Hopefully, our species will survive long enough that we can actually use this technology for its true power, which is to educate, disseminate actual knowledge, not fake news, and to get people educated on a variety of things. I think online courses on welding would be awesome, and everything else on planet Earth. To bring people together is what the internet should have been doing. It seems to be serving the opposite role in today's world, but hopefully we're going to get back on track. So I love it that people are taking this course completely online and perhaps completely on their phone online while they're on the bus going to campus. I think it's great. Let's see. Eodome12 says, do we need to do the syllabus quiz this week? No. You don't need to do anything this week, brother or sister. The class hasn't started yet. So you're way ahead. If you want to understand how the whole course works, by all means, grab the book and do the syllabus quiz this week. You'll be a month ahead of other students because you'll get in there and just start hustling because, most classes that you're going to go to next week when the semester officially starts, most of your professors, God bless them, will likely on day one hand out a syllabus and read it to you. I think people still do that. So, yeah, I don't do that. And that means that most of your classes might not have not only nothing due, but nothing to do in the first week of class. And that's why I encourage people, hey, get on it. Get on it. Get her done. Get in this class and start ripping it up while you're bored in your other ones before the heavy work comes in those other classes you're taking. And therefore, if you're ahead in this class, then you can afford to miss some assignments in a critical week 3, 4, 5, or 6 where you have some other big assignments doing those other courses. I'm doing this on purpose. I'm like, man, I'm here for the early birders, man. I want people to get ahead, have a good time, learn stuff at their pace, and then not have to stress about things at the very end of the semester. which the only people that stress at the end of the semester in world regions are people that are failing because they did not listen to what I just said for the last 2 minutes. So you guys are already ahead of the game in a dome. I would heartily encourage everybody to grab the textbook and get on there and therefore be way far ahead. And not so much ahead of other students. This isn't a competition. Ahead for yourself. It gives you more breathing room for the rest of the semester to go ahead and finish up this course as quickly as you can. Okay. Cupid Lizzie's downloading RN. OMG, it's green. Is it Green Inferno? No, Green Inferno is also set in the Amazon rainforest, but it is a little more hardcore. This one's more lighthearted, adventure, crazy kind of psychedelic adventure. And thank you, Cupid Lizzie, for not telling Tim Sands what we're doing. Okay, Subaru is omnipresent. I see that. Subaru's a freshman, started working as an intern. Okay, so Subaru did grow up in Blacksburg, is an incoming freshman, but already has a job here as an intern. Man, Subaru's getting it done before the classes even start. Welcome back, Schunther. Schunther's in the house. This is by far the best class you guys will have at Tech. Enjoy it while you can. Thank you, Schunther, for those supportive words. And welcome back. Let's see. I've seen the conversation between Cupid Lizzie and Plaid Katie. Vikram Tiwari graduated in 2005, or took the course in 2005. Damn! We've known each other for almost 2 decades, brother. And back in Virginia even. Awesome, Vikram. When are you coming back on campus so I can buy you a drink, my friend? Let's see. Cupid Lizzie still going back and forth. Cupid Lizzie asked about, do I play video games? Yes, I actually own 2 Ataris. The original Ataris are in this room behind the white curtain. And if we can pull it off, this is the semester where Katie figures out how I'm doing live online office hours while I'm simultaneously playing original Atari games. But I'm going to need support from you all. I'm saying that in terms of Katie needs support from you all. You all have to tell Katie and say, please, Katie, we want to see Professor Boyer playing Asteroids on Atari while he lectures. Because she's the one that has to do. She does all the heavy lifting, by the way. Is it the time that we actually introduce Katie? Okay, Katie's got okay, let's get you a little stepping stool and get you well, we can back up. So she's really not that short.
I'm just short compared to you.
Well, I got the camera. The camera's at my eye level. So everybody, that's Katie. Katie does all the heavy lifting and does all the real work and runs all the resources and has all the problem solving for all the technology and does all the quiz stuff and everything. I just look good. And I know what you're thinking. Well, you suck at that. I know I do, but that's my only job. I'm the face. We're the A team, and I'm Face. I think the guy's name was Face. That's the third 80s reference I've dropped on you guys here in the very first pre-class office hour. The A team with Mr. T. Go Google that, and then immediately close down the window when you see it. Cupid Lizzie loves those dope cheese balls. Who doesn't? It's pretty much just crack and MSG. Let's see. Adome 12's got it. Cupid Lizzie's got it. Cupid Lizzie's already working on Moodle. I think Cupid Lizzie's almost finished the course. Yes. I think Cupid Lizzie is done. All right. Adome 12 says after we put the access code on Moodle, we can automatically enroll. Yeah. That's all it takes. Once you get the ebook, when you buy the ebook online, they will send you a confirmation email receipt saying, hey, you just bought this book. And in that email, or is it a separate one, Katie? I think in that email, it's like, and here's how you get on Moodle, and here's your top secret access passcode to get on Moodle. And once you get that, you can go sign up. You can start taking quizzes right now, my friends, right freaking now. And if you get in there and start taking quizzes right freaking now, you'll have 10 points in your extra crazy credit column. In fact, I don't call it extra credit because you good folks have already earned 10 points. You'll see something called crazy credit. There's a crazy credit column, and you'll see your 10 points pop up in there as soon as you are in the course, and we can give you those 10 points. And by the way, you can see your point total every day, all the time in this course. There should be no mystery how you're doing in World Regions because you will see as every quiz you take, as soon as you finish it, you can go see your point total. It tells you every second of the entire semester exactly how many points you have. Once you have points, you never lose points. The old Wheel of Fortune from 1970s used to say, once you buy a prize, it's yours to keep. So once you have earned points in this class, there's yours to keep. There's no percentage, there's no calculations, there's no curves, there's no nothing. You earn points. Hamadex just liked or loved or subscribed. Thank you for following Hamadex. Okay. Cupid Lizzie says, OMG Mario Bros. That's not Atari, Cupid Lizzie. I saw Venom. Oh, Venom GT is now following. Good screen name. Venom's up in the hizzle. Let's see. I can't keep up with Cupid Lizzie. I'm just trying to scanning. I took freshman year super easy, so now I'm behind. We're going to catch you up, Cupid Lizzie. You got this. This semester, Cupid Lizzie is an academic weapon. Oh, man, I like that, an academic weapon. Cupid Lizzie, you're part of the A-team now. You're the academic weapon. I'm the face. Katie's the brains. She's the technology one in Mission Impossible. She's the one that breaks all the codes to get us in. I see Odango Unchained and Lizzie, Cupid Lizzie are going back and forth. Good. Cupid Lizzie's putting in more Cheetos. What's Atari then? Cupid Lizzie doesn't even know what Atari is. Oh my gosh. Well, that's going to have to be a surprise for another prize, all right? We're going to have to whip out the Atari at another point. Or, I mean, I don't know. If I can get some more Cheeto bags up on the screen right now, I might can show you what an Atari is, Cupid Lizzie. I'm just saying. Cupid Lizzie says, together we'll solve world geography. But Cupid Lizzie, as much as I love all of your icons, especially your Cheetos, does anyone else have any other comments or questions? Does anyone else have any other comments or questions about how the course works, or about what's going on in the world, or what you would like to chat about or learn about the world in this World Regional Geography course? But in the meantime, first time chatter from Wolfpack, who says, I think I got the paperback copy of the book, can't start Moodle yet. Well, I'll tell you what, Wolfpack, if you want to start, send me the digital receipt of your buying the paper book, and we'll see if we can't do a workaround. I can usually hit the company up and say, hey, I've got a receipt, so let this person in right now. So hit me up if you want to start Wolfpack. If you just want to wait to get your book, which they always seem to take forever, and you probably, if you don't get your book very quickly, you should just cancel that order and go buy it at the bookstore as soon as they show up there. And I'll alert everybody when the paper copies are in the bookstore. But don't wait too long, because they typically, the bookstore screws up the paper copy orders and it takes them forever. But I might be able to do a workaround for you, Wolfpack, so hit me up if you want to start the class this week. I peaked Pokemon in the syllabus. Do you play? Well, I have 2 children who are grown now, but I had to buy an inordinate amount of cards for Pokemon. Does that count me as a player? And Cupid Lizzie did give me enough Cheeto bags, so hold tight for 1 minute. I knew it was close by.
I mean, we could just have the video.
I knew I had it close by. My friends, this is the original home video game system. The one, the only, the Atari. Is it 4600? I always forget what the first one was. What's that?
2600.
The Atari. My friends, I present you with the Atari 2600. Which, if we can figure out how to get this sucker tied into that giant TV screen. Oh.
VCR. That to the VCR to that
A
one.
VCR?
Well, it's like you need the middleman.
Okay. Well, I'm going to wonder if there's a way I got that little TV I bought just because it had the original connections. Is there a way to tie something out of that TV? Or maybe I could just have it here playing.
You can just play it and have it.
It would be the
You're more
stupidest
ghetto, okay.
thing ever on Twitch for video game playing. I think it'd be fun as hell. And Katie, you should probably look it up. I wonder if someone hasn't already done that on Twitch.
Yeah, they play old games on there.
All right, but I think we'd be the first to actually have the old console, but we just need to figure out a cool-ass workaround to figure out how to get the screen tie-in to Twitch. That'd be hot.
And you need a VCR for it.
Well, I have a VCR. I have many VCRs. Well, I wouldn't say many. Cupid Lizzie says, my dad called me Nintendo 2DS and Atari. Called my Nintendo 2DS Atari. You're Cupid Lizzie, you got to educate your father. Come on. Nintendo is second generation home video console and one of the best. Actually, it might have been third generation, but it ended up dominating the market back in the 80s, but it was not the first, and they are two different beasts altogether. That's like calling a zebra a cow. No, they're two different things. Just because they are mammals with 4 legs, that doesn't make them the same. Dude, there's another fruit fly. What the hell? Where are these suckers coming from?
Big one, too.
I know he's a big one. Bet I missed. Now I'm down to 50%. I was going for 100% on the kills. Let's see. Odango says that's cool. Cupid Lizzie would trade for it. Odango, my brother does. I have the Xbox. Xbox is 4th generation video game, which then started to dominate. My dad is too old. Cupid Lizzie, you've written FR after a couple of comments. What does FR stand for? Sorry, again. I'm trying to learn the language. Odango has a PS5. Bam, that's 5th generation. What does FR stand for? For reals. Of course it does. Because for reals is so hard to say. FR makes so much more sense. It's so much more succinct. For reals. Okay, well, I see we are wrapping up the hour. It's so hard to spell FR. Yeah, that's true. I get it. It's a code. It's new code. It's new words. I like it, but I'm old, so it takes me a while to catch up with the new lingo. First time chatter from Kina2223 says, I love how whimsical the cover of the textbook is. Well, thank you, Kina. I'm actually quite happy with this cover that we came up with this go around. I really like it. Do you have a recommendation on which platform to get the textbook as an ebook? I think there's only one. I mean, you just buy it, but where can you read the does that question make sense?
Source, yeah. There's
Vital
there's
Source.
2 options. I like Vital Source personally.
Katie says Vital Source is the way to go.
Yeah.
So when you buy the ebook, it tells you here's ways you can.
Plaid Avenger of the Kendall Hunt. Yeah, it's Red Shelf or Vital Source.
Oh, Red Shelf. What the hell's Red Shelf?
This is another.
I thought it was Red Box. I thought that's where you get video games or movies at 7-Eleven. Now it's a Red Shelf. What's the thing with red in digital? Odango says, I do when someone else has a Smash Bros game. Uh-oh. You do not want to go up against Katie with Smash Bros.
No, that's not the game I play.
Oh, what's the one you play? Bandicoot something. Crash Bandicoot. Anybody got Crash Bandicoot? You do not want to go up against Katie on Crash Bandicoot. I mean, unless you just want to feel bad about your life, which I would like to watch that game happen. I want to see this. You know what? Somebody's going to get an A in this course if you can beat Katie on Crash Bandicoot while all the rest of us watch. That's going to be an automatic A. That and the Death Watch. So Kina2223, did that answer your question? Vital Source seems to be the easier one to deal with for the textbook. And thank you so much. I'm so glad you appreciate the cover. I think of all 12, it might be my favorite cover. And by the way, here we are talking about video games. And that was the inspiration. The inspiration for the 12th edition of the Plaid Avengers World was an old stand-up arcade game named Street Fighter. That's the 5th 80s reference I've dropped today. Street Fighter, which I then think they made into many iterations of home use and probably now online. But the original Street Fighter art was the inspiration for the cover. And for those of you that have not looked at the textbook yet, the theme is the 21st century new Cold War showdown is on. And it's the fight between the two superpowers, the United States and China. Fight. and their subsequent allies, including Vladimir Putin's Russia, supporting the Chinese squad, and countries across the world like Australia, Canada, the United Kingdom, and many NATO members on the U.S. squad. So it is I say that this is the year that we officially now are in Cold War Part 2. And many of you are too young to know what Cold War Part 1 was. But we're going to learn about that in this course as well. And you'll also notice that the textbook has something, chapter 25 is called the cover story chapter. So every year with a new edition of the book, whatever the theme of the cover is, chapter 25 is the cover story. And so the whole chapter is about this new Cold War we find ourselves in. And it details the old Cold War, and it details how that one ended, and the different teams, and what players are on teams now for the second round, and how it's going to play out. So I'm pretty happy. I would love for good folks like you all in the chat room right now, anybody that wants to earn extra credit, more credit right this second, you can become what I call an insider question maker. If anybody wants to in advance read chapter 25, maybe you have your book already, but if not, I can email you this one chapter. And if you want to help me write questions for the quiz for that chapter, I'll give you more credit for that too. Just email me and say, I would like to be an Insider Secret Club, Secret Super Spy Club Insider Trading Question Maker, and we'll get you on that for even more points. And of course, if you help write the questions, then it should be a breeze for you to answer said questions when you go to take that quiz later on in the semester. Cool? Okay. Well, we're wrapping it up now. We are approaching the end of our hour, and it seems that Blue Subaru, Cupid Lizzie, and Wolfpack have all had enough fun that they've unlocked the Putin icon. And maybe we'll get Klaus to do that too. We always say we want to have more icons for Twitch.
It just can't be World
No. World. Well, who knows? If we just start doing stuff, they might not know.
I uploaded like 3 other ones that didn't approve them. They only approved Putin. I don't know why.
I know. But maybe we can do like the bear. Maybe we have Klaus do like the Soviet bear and a Chinese dragon, and like the a bulldog for the UK. So we'll have mascots. We'll try to get our artists to do mascots. Can somebody email me and remind me this? Cupid Lizzie, it's chapter 25, I believe. It's called The Cover Story. I think it's 25 off the top of my head. Chapter 25, The Cover Story.
I don't have a book yet.
Yeah, well, I don't have a book either. Yeah, we'll try to get our artists to do, if somebody can remind me, to do some icons here for Twitch. And we'll do it as mascots, country mascots. Because every time in the past that we've done world leader heads, they've approved our Putin head, but then every time we've done another one, they're like, you can't do that. You can't do likenesses of people. And we're like, really? Oh, Dango Unchained is now following. Thank you, Odango. And Plaid Katie subscribed. Well, thank you, dear. Edome12 says access code's not working. Hit up Katie. Katie, give me your techno email. Blue Subaru says email sent for being a super secret insider. Oh, thank you, Blue Subaru. And let's see. Okay, you guys are going back and forth in that question. But I do see that we're wrapping up the hour. So, again, if there are any late joiners to this first ever 1 week in advance online office hour for World Regions, if you just joined in the last 5 to 10 minutes and haven't heard me say this already, email me right this second. Email me your screen name and your real name, and you just earn 10 points towards a class which hasn't even started yet of extra credit. My email is joboyer@vt.edu. For those of you that already emailed me, by the way, if you sent an email to me for the extra bonus points from any email besides your official VT email, please email me again with your screen name and your real name, because if you just like, hey, I was there from 12 porn star at Yahoo. I don't know who you are, so I can't give you points.
Send your name, yeah.
Please send me your your screen name and your actual name so that I can make sure to get you points. Okay. Only Here for the Plaidcast has rejoined the Hizzle. Welcome back, Only Here for the Plaidcast. Says, just saw this, looking forward to another season of current events commentary. Yeah, I'm really going to try to stay on it, so Only Here for the Plaidcast and all of you, please email me often and early and often to pick out topics that are in the news that you would like me to talk about every Monday night. So I stay motivated, and I know there's people out there who want me to come talk about stuff, and therefore I'll stay on track to join you here online every Monday night. Cupid Lizzie says my username is middle school be like. Okay, well, if any of you are having any issues with getting your ebook or with the access code stuff, hit up Katie. For those of you that wanted to make questions, or if you haven't hit me up about extra credit for attending this, hit me up personally, and we can wrap this up now. Oh, except we got a first-time chatter from Venom. GT, looking forward to the class. Thank you for your first-time chat, Venom, and thank you for following or hearting or whatever you did earlier. Yeah, I just talked to Only for the Plaidcast. God, keep up with the chat room. God. First-time chatter from Shiny Doughboy says, excited to start this class. I'm excited about your screen name, Shiny Doughboy. Shiny Doughboy is now following. Thank you, Shiny Doughboy. Thank you all for following. Thank you for your subscribers, for your likes, for your hearts and your stars, for all of the lucky charms you have sent my way tonight. Thank you all, and this is just a taste of how the class works. And we will do this exact same plaid thing, same plaid time, same plaid channel next week. Mr. Moom0023 just popped up with a heart, is now following. Thank you, Mr. Moom. I like that screen name too. Not Mr. Mom, Mr. Moom. Same plaid time, same plaid Twitch channel. Next week, Monday night at 8 p.m. Hit me up, start the class, do what you got to do. Send me film recommendations, ask any questions you have directly to me or Katie. We can get you guys rolling and ready to go. And we do now have a secret movie assignment, which no one will even know about, that we're going to put up. It's called The Emerald Forest. We'll get that active tonight. And you, the early starters of this class, will be the only ones that even know about it. So you can earn even more points. But be forewarned, there is nudity in it, all right? There are nude humans in a tribal, deep Amazon rainforest situation. And it's an old-ass movie that's talking about issues which are still quite modern in today's world, about deforestation and and loss of indigenous groups and all sorts of things. So if you like that sort of thing, you might like this action-adventure film from, gosh, it's either late 70s or early 80s. It's, what's that, 85. Ooh, good old film. It does have psychedelic drug use, though. So I have to tell everybody who's triggered, it has psychedelic drug use and naked bodies. Oh, my God. Hang in there. Hang in there. You can make it through. But thank you all for attending. Thank you all for your hilarious comments, for your questions. I love to see this sort of energy before the courses officially even begin. I want to make sure that you all learn a bunch of stuff, build a curiosity and knowledge base about planet Earth in general, that you'll understand the world better by the time you get out of this class, and that you will be successful. That's what we're here for as professor types. And that's why I do these things, because I hope it helps keep people engaged and in the modern world that this is cool stuff for you to do. So thank you all for attending. Have a great evening. Have a great week. And by the way, we could do this again before next Monday if people are that motivated. Hit me up and tell me what all you would like, and we'll try to provide it for you. Jake Wrangler says, when will the movie quiz be due? It won't be due until the end of the first week of class, but it just might be a secret assignment that nobody knows about. Blue Subaru says, Boy in Striped Pajamas. Oh, that's a heavy film, Blue Subaru. I'll think about that one. Cupid Lizzie says, thank you for the streaming and the points. Boom, boom. Thank you, Cupid Lizzie, for everything. And let's see. Thank you all. I think I got all the comments. Boom. All right. You all have a great Monday night, a great week before classes start. And if not before, we'll see you exactly a week from this moment. But as always, party on.